All right. Right now, we get to talk about governance and, of course, the electoral process in Nigeria, because by the time you talk about governance, it has to deal with everybody. But then the people that have been elected or appointed, but in this case, we're talking about the elected position, who will emerge to now administer governance. And that's a big choice that will be made by the people of Osun State from August 15, 2026, where they will decide either to return the incumbent governor, Governor Ademola Adeleke of the Accord Party, or to find an alternative for him to occupy the Bolaige House right there in Abere, here in Osogbo. That will be the entire choice of the people. But then we can't talk about that without talking about the umpire that will midwife this particular process. That's the election, Guber election. And of course, the primaries have been concluded last week. The final list of candidates for these elections, it was released. And of course, nothing shocking in all of it, rather than that the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, that's Asiwaju Murideen Bola Oyebamiji, popularly called Amber, to put up one Mr. Adireti. There was a name that was put there before. People said he was a placeholder, former parliamentarian in the state, Mr. Olatunji. Now, all he said, and it will seem that the die is fast, but then notable as well is that the Labour Party has no candidate. The PDP, People's Democratic Party, had no candidate in this coming election. We'll get to talk about all of that. But the man in charge of this process, as far as Osun State is concerned, the resident electoral commissioner for Osun State, Dr. Mutiu Agboke, is our guest this morning to walk us through the preparations made so far and the expectations of the Osun people and the confidence he will give the people to troop out and exercise their civic duty and responsibility come August 15, 2026. He joins us virtually, Dr. Mutiu Agboke. Good morning, Doctor. Good to have you here.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And, let's get right into it. Initially, March 1st, 2026 was slated to be the kickoff of the campaign as far as the Osun Guber election is concerned. And August 8 was given as the date for that particular election. But we understand that there was a review or there was an update on that matter. Why some may know the reason, some may not have the reason. That's why we have this platform for us to walk us through the reasons for this change as far as the Osun election is concerned. Dr. Agboke.
No, you are not correct. March 11, it was the time on the timetable for the campaign to kickstart, and that has not changed.
Okay.
March 11.
Okay.
It has not changed. On Wednesday, parties will have opportunity to go out.
Dr. Agboke, can you hear me?
How they want it. Now, are you with me?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Now, you said the reason for it. You see, we have the electoral law, and this electoral act came in later, and to bring the activity of the commission with what we have on ground, of course, little adjustment must be made, and perhaps that is why the election was moved a week after the earlier date.
Okay. Now, does this have any bearing on your preparations, actually? Because that's much like moving it a week, further as far as this election is concerned. Because definitely
a week further is an advantage.
Okay.
It's not. It doesn't affect us. If it has been backward, perhaps one can now be saying, whether backward or forward, for us, we are always ready. We are Boy Scouts. So it does not affect us in any way.
All right, Doctor, what's the preparation level like? I mean, how prepared are you for this forthcoming election, especially in light of recent amendments to the Electoral Act?
You know, the preparation has been ongoing. And when the amendment came, amendment met our preparation. So it's just a question of us, ensuring that we bring our preparation in tandem with the law that is current, which is Electoral 2026. So it does not, our preparation is ongoing. We have out of 13 or 14 items on the timetable. I think by Wednesday we will have accomplished 5 items, after the notice of election has been given. So with that 5 items, then Inec is, pushing forward. Later we are going to open the portal for recruitment and some other things will follow. So we are really on ground, fully on ground. Our preparation is ongoing.
All right, let's take it back a bit. A few months ago, it was the time for voters registration and all of those things. People had the opportunity to move their polling points from one center to the other. New registrants were allowed, and people who had issues with their PVCs were given the opportunity to come forth and have those issues sorted. And people have been asking, so when will we have a PVC in our hands and all of those things? Can you walk us through where is that process right now, and what is the update?
No, one of the things we are doing is not one of the what you have mentioned. In this CVR, there was no opportunity for you to, oh, sorry. You said we are relocating people. Yes, sorry, we are relocating people during the CVR. We are issuing their, we are giving them opportunity to register afresh. But the PVC will come after the entire CVR in Osun State have been completed. See, the PVC will come. Before August, I can assure you, all those who have registered first time, second time, first phase, second phase, and all the outstanding PVC uncollected will be ready. And we shall go out en masse. It will be an all-out effort to ensure that people collect that PVC when they come.
As of today, Honorable Rec, can you give us the number of the total registered voters that we have in Osun State?
We have over 2 million.
2 million. All right. So now, as far as this Guber is concerned, and I'm sure this is, as they say in Yoruba land, a newborn will not be the first casualty of a witch, kind of saying. As far as you are concerned, you have your work cut out for you, and this will not be the first part. Now, as far as the last election is concerned, Honorable Rec, are you with me, sir?
I'm with you.
Okay, sir. So what will be those points that, coming from the last election, either you were here or you were in another place or you had the brief from the last election, where are those places that you think the Inec, as far as Osun State is concerned, we need to improve, either in terms of location, either in terms of personnel, either in terms of people's expectation? Are you at that point right now where you see, oh, on this we need to do this, on that we need to do that?
No, of course. Logistics is always a current issue for INEC activity in any state in Nigeria. Of course, those areas, those terrains that we think will pose difficulty, we have identified them. Also, we want our people not to allow anybody to intimidate them. We want our people to ensure that they watch their vote. We want our people to be vigilant at our staff, vigilant at REC, vigilant at everybody. Open your eyes very well. Watch your vote. Like a particular civil society will say, watch your vote. You see, just at the area again, people should shun the issue of violence and vote buying. We do not want that. INEC does not want a situation where money bags will determine who actually wins the election. So this is what we are trying to look at, and we are looking at it holistically.
All right. Recently, there was an election, of course, area council elections in Abuja. we're going to be having the Ekiti elections and then Osun elections, and it's just some of the elections we're having immediately after this amendment to the Electoral Act. It was observed in that Abuja elections that there was curfew. I mean, 48 hours or 24 hours, before that time. And there was one person that talked about disenfranchisement, in all of these. He couldn't move to his polling unit and all of that. That's one of the issues. And then another thing, talking about the messages that was received, shortly before the elections, where some people are talking about where the spill, talking about moving them to other, units, polling units and all of that. But we had one of our analysts who said he also received that message, but then his polling unit was still his polling unit. It was not moved to any other place, despite receiving, that message about, moving his polling unit and all of that. We're talking about the Osun elections now, especially with the peculiarity of Osun in this, forthcoming elections. What's the preparation like in that regard, talking about the Osun elections?
There's no regard in that regard, because when you look at the FCT you are talking, I was there. I was the supervisory rec for Gwagalada Area Council, and I was on ground. I saw it. Now that somebody could not move to his place to go, that would be fallacious, because ordinarily your what is it called, the venue of your voting, that is your voting point or polling unit, is expected not to be far from where you are resident. Even there's and of course, overnight election day, no movement is allowed. So it's not a peculiar thing. So that's all that they say, no movement, don't go here and there. Shouldn't be a story in the headline of the dailies, So you are supposed to move, you are supposed to be registered close to where you are resident. That is one. On the other one, yes, Inec will sensitize people. At a point in time, people voted in where they voted. A lot of them might not be able to understand or identify those areas again. At the time they were taken to where they were taken to, they have voted there. In the last election, in the same area council, the same place they voted, the relocation has been done since. But INEC still made effort to ensure that they were educated on this. So in all of this, we are going to look at it in Osun State to make sure that we educate our people appropriately so that they will be able to go to the right place.
All right. Now, Dr. Agboke, as part of the amendment made to the Electoral Act, and which has been signed into law, the agitation in some quarters was about let's have a real-time transmission of these results, actually. But the Senate stood its ground to say that will not be tenable. They mentioned the issue of internet penetration in Nigeria, the coverage, what percentage, and it will not be fair to disenfranchise maybe some persons that are out of this coverage. But the proponents are saying this is not a big deal. If banks can have their POS terminal all over the place, why can't it work? In fact, some are questioning to say, okay, whatever we have right now, in which the law, or before rather, that INEC is at discretion to decide the mode of transmission as per whatever is available per time, is okay. Whatever is been done, one is it's put in the form ECHA, everybody can see that uploading is just for transmission, it's for transparency. But some are saying let's have it put in real time. At the end of the day, the thing that we have right now is that real-time part of it has been removed to say, let's have it transmitted electronically or transferred as the case may be, and that is where we are right now. For you, as a person of experience, and of course you are first in Nigeria on this matter, which is it for you? The question of internet penetration, does it arise? Because for some explanations we've had, it doesn't require internet, or it requires internet. Wherever you are, you can transmit and all of those things. We need that clarification from you, and maybe the opportunity for you to enlighten us as far as this law is concerned right now. Was it really an issue, ab initio, or whatever the law says, that is what you will do? That's what you are concerned about.
am I allowed? I don't know. My electoral act is in my bag there.
Okay.
I have to just drag that bag to myself. I hope I'm allowed to stand up.
Okay, please go ahead. Go ahead while we keep up for you. And,
yes, please, I'm coming.
No problem. Talk. In fact, it's good that we speak about this because some have said, "Oh, let it be done in real time," and the senator said, "Real time means the moment you are the thing is counted. Let it be there." And some are saying this is not even tenable. That what the people are asking for is a real time voting. Some are saying no, we are not talking about real time voting. We're talking about the moment everything is collated.
Let the results go to the headquarters where it's supposed to be.
Dr. Agboke, are you with us now?
Yes, I am back now. Yes, I am.
You have the floor. You have the floor now. You have the floor.
No, before I get the floor, I was going to ask the two of you. Have you read the new electoral act at all? Have you seen it?
Yes.
Have you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
I have read the provision under which we are discussing.
Yeah.
You have read the provision
yes.
in the law?
Yeah, and that's why I'm asking you. You are the professional here. Please kindly walk us through.
Oh no, does he answer your curiosity?
No, the question is from us here. Doctor, kindly answer. We'd rather have the explanation from you.
No, don't worry. Let me first of all take you through.
Thank you.
And I hope I have enough time because there are so many misgivings.
And that's why we are here to please
I am talking law.
Yeah.
I'm not talking politics.
Go ahead.
I'm not talking agitations.
Yeah.
I'm not talking any other thing.
Okay.
I am interpreting this law. So our understanding must be within the context of this law.
Go ahead.
Please go ahead.
Now, Section 60 of Section 1 says, the presiding officer shall, after counting the votes at the polling unit, enter the votes scored by each candidate in a form prescribed by the commission. What is the name of that form called? It is called Form EC8A. Subsection 2. The form shall be signed and stamped by the presiding officer and countersigned by the candidate or their polling agent. Usually it is the polling agent you see at the polling unit. Where available at the polling unit. These are the two provisions. I hope you are following. After this has been done, subsection 3, the presiding officer shall electronically transmit the result from each polling unit to IRF portal. And such transmission shall be done after the prescribed form EC8A has been signed and stamped by the presiding officer and or countersigned by the candidate or polling agent where available at the polling unit. I hope you understood it to that level.
We are with you.
Now, to that level, what it means is that it is the same thing we have been doing before now that you have there. So the issue of real-time transmission or no real-time is superfluous because immediately a presiding officer finishes and those people append their signatures to the EC8A. He will carry the BVAC like this and put EC8A on top of it like this. I hope you are seeing it on top of it like this.
Yes, yes.
EC8A will now be captured by BVAC. The image of that EC8A without putting immediately. What is the name? What is the word you call it? Instantaneously, immediately,
real time.
Without it, Commission has been doing that as far back as 2021. The presiding officer will do that immediately into the IRF, and it goes straight into the IRF. Now, you ask a question. Is IRF, is it working with a network? Is it not working with network? BVAC will work offline. In other words, without network, when we are using it for accreditation. I repeat, when BVAC during the accreditation, we require no network at all. But for the purpose of transmission or upload of results, network is required. Network is required. And you ask me, assuming the process is ongoing and a particular presiding officer find it difficult to upload the result, either we used to switch from one network to the other. Inec made use of so many networks, Starlink, MTN, all of them.
Yeah.
They switch from one network to the other to make sure they work perfectly well. Where they do not work, it is just for the presiding officer to move, some meter close to where he is to be able to get network and upload immediately. That has been the standard.
Yes.
And that is exactly what is here. Now, look at this proviso, and I'm going to say it very clearly. Look at this proviso.
Yeah.
A proviso now said that provided that in all cases, that is in subsection 1, subsection 2, subsection 3, assuming there is a problem, for example, and it is difficult for any of the subsections to be carried out, the form EC8A shall remain the primary source of collation and declaration of the result. Don't forget, future, that we are not talking about collation of result here. IREB is not for collation of result. We are talking about ability to allow members of the public to view IREB portal. That's what we are saying. Once you get to the level of collation, you cannot use IREB to collect the result. That is why most people are mixing up together. IREB is not for collation. IREB is for you to view what IREB is doing in each polling unit. But for the purpose of collation, because our collation is manual, you will carry it, the same ECHA from the presiding officer at unit level will go to the ward level. From one level ECHB, from ECHB to ECHC. Like that, because our level of collations are in layers.
Doctor.
That is exactly, yes.
I'd like to ask you at that point. I'm glad that one of the first things you mentioned while explaining this was the form EC8A. Over time, in the past election, 2023 elections in Rivers State, the EC8A, the form EC8A has been notorious for alterations. It happened in Rivers, a lot of alterations. It happened recently in Abuja as well, in this area council elections. Let me ask you, Doctor, in the coming elections in Osun State here, the form EC8A is the one that is, recognized by law as the one to hold whatever it is you have collated. Now, if there is an alteration, we've seen documents and we know how these things go, where if there is an alteration, there are certain things to do. But that has not been the case when it comes to this form EC8A thing. And you see multiple alterations in this. What's Inec doing in that regard, especially in the forthcoming elections?
INEC is going to educate those people who are to undo EC8A. Those people are the presiding officers. They are the core members. Education and proper education. See, one of the things we are doing is that anybody that is coming to participate in Osun election must think twice or choose to go to jail. I'm repeating it. The person must think twice. It's a voluntary job, because if your intention is to come there, come and sabotage what INEC has prepared. If there's a clear-cut creation of problem, and we can see it, we will trace you. You will not go scot-free. That is number one. I won't say more than that, because it's a security thing. At our own level, we know what you have done. But I'm just giving this signal. If you have your children, your works that are preparing to participate in the process, warn him or her. It's either he decides to do the right thing or he stays away. Because if he thinks he can create problem, do abracadabra, we will trace him. We will trace him. That, let me leave it. Again, there is another thing measure INEC has taken, which I will not also disclose, about our result management system, such that a situation will arise that the actual results that declared at the polling unit will have been received at the back end. When you now come up with a result or figure that variant with the real result, there is a situation whereby an application will make it difficult for that to be inputted into the beavers. It's a kind of result management system. INEC is coming to explain later. What am I saying? I'm saying that we should all ensure that we have the true mind of doing the right thing. I agree with you. But certain things must be done beyond mere formality. When we take a job of INEC, for example, you must know that the destiny or fate of people are in your hands. If your own assignment is to come and disrupt it, no. It's either you go to jail or you decide to do the right thing. I won't say more than that.
All right. That's quite reassuring, actually, because there are many doubts. I was going to talk about the mutilation of this election result sheet from 2023, and some of it we are still seeing that. But you have said, as far as you are concerned, you have identified that might be a challenge, and you are going to educate everyone that will work with you.
My brother, one of the things we have also seen is that the proper ability of this our ad hoc staff to even be able to fill the information contained in the ECAT is a big problem. I agree with my sister. I also saw it, few of them, in the FCT and the election. How can the total accredited, voter be 200, and one of the candidates will now be scoring over 2,000? It's uncalled for. All this nonsense must stop. Yeah. You understand me now?
Right.
So we are going to take them through one by one, and I'm happy in Osun State we are very lucky. The state coordinator of NYSC, I would love that you bring him to your show as well. We are cooperating together. It's in line with whatever innovation idea we are bringing up to be able to ensure that we achieve the same result.
All right.
So education of this core member is very key.
Yeah. We are really short of time right now, but you mentioned a particular, you're almost giving us an exclusive, doctor, or you just post it at some point. That's okay. But this intervention that you talked about, that the INEC will come to explain later, isn't that, you have your own stuff at your back end, and definitely whatever officers or politicians are bringing cannot exceed whatever you have. One would say, isn't that supposed to be the work of the IRF? For transparency.
I have explained to you what INEC will do. I don't know whether it's just supposed to be IRF or not IRF. INEC has his own agenda. INEC has his own plan. INEC has his own method of managing results. So when it is done, finished, we will come and explain that.
All right. These are still early days. We will still have you, even in person after this time. And of course, because it's about the people, it's about Nigerians, it's about Osun people, and it's a work that you have signed up for, and we wish you all the very best. But some have said INEC will always do its duties for the good intentions, for few bad eggs, for all of those. But how do you manage the pressure from politicians? Because they say the Constitution will go away. INEC as the umpire with good intentions, quote and unquote, will try to do something. But what an average Nigerian politician, desperate one, cannot circumvent has not been invented. How will you manage that pressure now that Osun State Guber will be the last before the general election? Dr. Agboke.
We are the human beings that are causing all these things you have mentioned. So we don't need to go and bring Donald Trump to come and solve the problem for us. We will solve it. We will look at it. Get us character. One thing I'm happy for in Osun State is that at least so far so good. Nobody has attacked INEC so far. Nobody has said anything. But by the time the campaign starts, by the time people start doing things, it is there some people who believe that INEC is not doing their bidding. will now be able to now start shouting that Inec has done this. And I told them that now we have been on the same page. Nobody has accused me or accused Inec or Osun State of anything. But we will see. When you start your way of life, we know how to respond accordingly. So don't worry. We will do our own. We will do our own. We will ensure that we follow the regulations. We follow the act. We carry people along. We will be in it together. They are stakeholders. We manage them.
Definitely, we are stakeholders. The stakes are high, Doctor, and of course, all eyes on you. Yeah, okay.
All right, Dr. Mutiu Agboke.
All eyes on us. All eyes on us. Don't put it on me. All eyes on us.
All eyes on you. You are the umpire.
Are you?
You're also there.
Our eyes are on you.
It's not only Inec, no.
And especially
it's not only Inec alone that will conduct the election.
We're looking to see what the synergy is going to be like between you and the security agents.
Dr. Agboke.
And all stakeholders.
You know what I say? What I say? All eyes on you. Our eyes.
Because we are the organizer. We are the organizer.
Definitely. Thank you.
No, we are together. They are watching all of us together.
All right, Osun State President Electoral Commission, Dr. Mutiu Agboke. Thank you so much for your time and insight on the show this morning.
It's my pleasure. Thank you always. Thank you.
All right, dear viewer, that's the size of the program this morning. This is Morning Spring on Western Spring Television, where we have quite insightful conversations. This is the first installment for the week, and this is where we call it a wrap. My name is Temitope Ajijola. Remember to stay on the good side of the law and enjoy your day. All right, and of course, it's a wrap with the vintage Dr. Mutiu Agboke. I'm his big fan, actually, but then all eyes are on him, on the commission, and of course, every eye is on everybody. Femi Ojo is my name. See you tomorrow. God bless Nigeria.